What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's video on Charleston Car Videos. My name's Chad. Today I'm going to be covering the 5 things that I can't stand about the 2019 Ford F450 Lariat. This is a dually, folks. I'm going to break it down real simple for you today on this video, so stay tuned with us. Here we go. Number 1, the LED headlights. Now, will you think for a moment, what don't you like about LED headlights, Chad? Well, they're just too pretty. You know, they look like little diamonds in a rough. I don't like them. I don't. Number 2, the diesel motor. I can't stand a diesel motor. Sometimes it's hard to hear myself think over a diesel engine. Number 3, I can't stand these mirrors. They're just too big. Number 4, the dually tires. I can't stand having to pay for extra tires. Number 5, I can't stand how people could hate on a Ford truck. Alright, everybody, you know, on a positive note, right? Not a whole lot of positive on the internet all the time, right? I really do like the Ford trucks, as you can see. I'm a big fan of them. I really always have loved Ford trucks. I really did this video to test and see how many of y'all would actually click on it to see what I really hated or couldn't stand about the 2019 Ford F450 dually. You know, I can't really find a whole lot of reasons. I just got done doing a 20 to 30 plus minute in-depth review on it, test driving and everything. Make sure you check that video out. You know, I just can't seem to find a whole lot of things about a Ford truck that I don't like. Whether it's an F150, an F250, 350, an F450, they're all great trucks. They come with a lot of great standard features. The engines are solid, they look good, and they come with a lot of great features on them. I mean, just earlier, for example, my camera battery died, and I went into the truck, got my camera charger, and plugged it right into the back of that 400 watt outlet back there, and boom, I'm continuing on my video for today. You know, it's little things like that that make the difference. Now, a few things that I absolutely love about the Ford truck, if you want to know, are things that not a lot of people talk about, but I'd like to point out a couple to you, so stay with me. Alright, so, you know, one thing that not a lot of people talk about on trucks, but I do, I'm going to show you right now. We got a little rainstorm coming in. Man, that breeze feels great, right? So, well, let's go ahead and get in, right? We got a smart key to this truck. Another feature that I absolutely love on any vehicle is a smart key. But if I can get it out of my pocket. You know, the Ford keys are nice. They really are. Check them out. They're just a good-looking key. It's got, you know, a lot of nice features on it. Lock, unlock, of course. Power tailgate back there. And a remote start. And a horn and everything else under the sun. But let me get the truck unlocked so I can get in the back here and show you what I'm talking about. You know, so I mentioned this earlier on my in-depth review about this truck towards the end. And I want to point it out real quickly, because I talk about this all the time, whether it's a Chevy truck, Ford, Dodge, or Toyota, or whatever. These armrests in the back. You know, to me, it's important for people to be comfortable while sitting in the back of a crew cab truck, right? And, or not Chevy, but Ford has taken the extra time to do this right here. Check this out. Again, it's very simple, but what do you notice right now? There's no cup holders, because there's no cup holders on the top. They are right here. I've always believed that if you're sitting in the back of a truck, and again, this is from personal experience, sitting back here going down the road, I was in a Chevrolet, they had these big cup holders right here, and I was on a road trip going down to, I think it was Daytona Beach, Florida for bike week, and I was sitting back there with another guy, and I had no room to rest my elbow. I mean, it was like that much space. So, I mean, yes, I had cup holders that were right there for me, but it was uncomfortable having my elbow hitting the plastic all the time. So, I love how Ford has done this right here and made them come out right there. A lot of your luxury brand vehicles seem to do that. They give you the whole armrest to rest your arm. That's why it's called an armrest. It's not called a cup holder rest, it's an armrest. So that's one simple thing that Ford does that I really like. Now, another thing while we're back here that I like, that I mentioned earlier, was this power outlet. A lot more brands are adding these power outlets now in the vehicles, but I remember Ford was doing it way before any of the other truck brands. And it's always came in handy for me when having to charge batteries and things like that. So that's nice to have, that power outlet. Another thing that's nice to have is rear air vents in the back of the truck. Again, do people sitting in the back of a truck, do they not deserve to have cold air or warm air blowing on them? Of course they do. Now, the new Chevy Silverado, the 2019 1500 series, it does finally have rear air vents, but from watching a video from the Chevy dude about it, the air vents are really closer down to the floor than they are up here. So to me, that's a little bit odd, Chevrolet. I don't know why you would put cup holders down or air vents down by the floor. I mean, that's great if you want to cool off your ankles or something, but not so helpful. So anyways, you're gonna have to, in a Chevy, do that number there and have it blow up. So I love how Ford is always giving people rear air vents in the back of their trucks. Chevrolet, you can go look right now at a 2018, 2500 series. I mean, you could look at a premier package Chevy truck. I mean, just a fully loaded Chevrolet truck will not have rear air vents in the back. Just won't have it. That's not good. So I'm happy to see Chevy's added them on the new 1500 series. But again, the 2019 2500 series does not have them because it's not a new body style. All right, that's that. I'm gonna show you a couple more things and then we're out of here. So one thing, again, that I really love about the Ford truck, at least on the F250s, 350s, and 450s, and 550s, and the bigger trucks, is this feature under the hood. And a lot of auto manufacturers that build trucks have really gotten away from doing this. Check this out, hold on. Again, it's just something simple, but they're still giving you a light under the hood. And also LED. I did a review 2 weeks ago of the Dodge Ram Laramie, the F250 Ford, and the 2500 series dually Silverado. The Dodge actually had a light under the hood, but it was like just a regular, bulb. Wasn't LED. The Ford had LED, Chevy had no lights under the hood. Now again, you may think to yourself, not a deal breaker, I get it, but again, when people say, oh, I'm having to spend more money buying a Ford truck, well, I want you to understand that those little things like that make a difference. And if you're out on the road driving at night, or you got your family in this truck and you're cruising and something happens, you are going to be very thankful to have that light under that hood if you have to pop your hood and add some fluid in or change a battery or whatever. Again, we can always take our phones and cut the LED lights on our phones and shine around, but it's nice to already have a light there so you can use both hands while you're working on your truck. Just saying, right? So simple stuff like that with the light under the hood. That's all I'm showing you all day, just simple things. Some things that these trucks have that everybody likes are pretty common. One more thing, we're almost done. Now this next feature, there's no other truck brand that I've ever seen in the United States of America that has this feature. And I'm gonna show it to you right now. It's on the back tailgate back here. You probably are already knowing where I'm going at with this, but no, it's not power tailgate, okay? Which is nice. Always remember that the truck has to be unlocked to use that. If the truck's locked, it's not gonna work, okay? And if the truck's locked and you're in the grocery store or in Lowe's or Home Depot, nobody's going to be able to access this. They're not going to be able to unlock and get in the back of your tailgate, okay? But I love the power tailgate feature, I really do. And I like how it drops down nice and smooth. But the feature I'm talking about is this step system here. Ford, they have obviously patented this because nobody's got it. I talk about it on every truck review. But that right there, whether you are 38 years old like me, 60 years old, or even 18 years old, safety is always first. And this makes the process of getting in and out of the back of the truck very safe, okay? That comes out like that. You got that. This is solid and pretty sturdy. I mean, it's got a little wiggle to it, but it's not going anywhere. You got grip tape right here, and I mean, we're in the back of the truck. That quick. If I need to get down, I can get right on back down. But again, you know, I'd have never fell out of the back of a truck before. Maybe you have, or you haven't, but it's nice. Because again, I'll go back to the Chevrolet. All Chevy is offering you is a little built-in step cut out into the back of the bumper. Could Chevrolet not, could they do a better job with that? Of course they could. And again, I like Chevy trucks. I'm not a hater of them, but I'm just pointing out the things that are different, and again, why you're gonna pay a little bit extra money for this Ford truck. It's stuff like that right there. Dodge did not have anything to help you get in the back of the truck. They just expect you to drop the tailgate down and just climb up in and sit on your butt and roll your legs in and all that. There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing on a 1500 series Laramie. Now, if there's something that you can add on or this, that, and the other, great. But going to the truck store, buying it brand new, I'm not seeing anything on a Ram truck. And the Chevy just got to cut out in the bumper, which works, but still, this here is the best technology I've ever seen. So thank you, Ford, for doing that. And just to kind of finish things out, I mean, I'll mention one more thing that I like about Ford trucks. I like the lighting, I really do. You know, my little joke earlier, I don't like the LED headlights, such a lie, right? I mean, I love their LED headlights. I love the LED taillights. I love everything Ford does with their lighting systems on their truck. Again, they really do pay attention to the fine details, even with the lighting, like you saw under the hood, the ambient lighting on the interior. I mean, it's great. And if that wasn't enough, they even think about you at nighttime when you're maybe loading things in and out of the truck. There's a super bright LED light right here. When I first started filming these newer body style Fords, I thought that was a camera. And unfortunately, a lot of people made some comments. You know, no, that's not a camera, that's a light, you know? Yeah, it is. That's an LED light. The camera is here. But that's a nice little LED light right there that's gonna cut on for you. And also, you have LED lights right here and a button. And look how bright they are, even during the daytime. You got one here and one on the other side. So that's pretty cool. And then you also have lights up on the back of the truck right there. And when I click this button here, watch this. If you can see that, those lights are on back there now. There's also a camera back there. So, you know, from the lights to the cameras on the Ford trucks like this right here, they are the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop of camera and light systems on vehicles. I mean, we got 360 camera views, we got cameras under the mirrors, we have lights under the mirrors. I mean, it's got it all. So again, when you look at an F450 Lariat like this right here and you say, well, it's got a retail price of $80,000 and then it drops down to $75,956 after all the discounts, and then you go down to a Chevy or a Dodge or a Toyota store and look at theirs, I really think you need to take the Ford down there or bring those down here and really do a good comparison. It's important. You're about to spend a lot of money on a truck. You need to compare it because you don't want to get buyer's remorse, you know, the next day or the next week or next month and be like, man, I just don't like this Chevy. I just don't like this Ram. I don't like this Toyota, right? You know, man, I feel like I should have bought that Ford. You don't want to have to go back to the dealership to the Ford store and go trade that other truck in. You know, that's the worst mistake you could ever make because here's the thing. vehicles do depreciate in value. And with that being said, you go taking a brand new truck to a store and having to trade it in, it's not the dealership's fault if they're having to give you what the actual market, says what trade-in value is on it. It's your fault for not doing enough research and not making the best informed decision you could before you went and signed all that paperwork. So again, please take your time. If you get a sales guy that's very pushy, you need to look at that sales guy and go, hold on a minute, whose money? I mean, come on, sales guy. Are you the one going to be paying this payment every month? Are you the one getting ready to stroke a down payment of $12,000? Okay, this is my money. Back off, okay? Salespeople should know that. A lot of times salespeople get caught up in the day-to-day sales, and their managers and people in the stores, are like, hey, we got to sell this many cars today. If you get a customer, you got to sell them now, because once they leave the dealership, they're gone, right? I get that, right? But here, if you're a sales guy and you're listening, if you want to sell a customer a car today, you need to do a jam-up job of showing that customer why that truck is better than the competition and why they're making an informed and a great decision. Be a salesperson, folks. Be a product specialist. When you're a sales guy, you got to be everything. You got to put on a show, you got to entertain people, you got to close, you have to negotiate, you have to do everything possible to sell this vehicle. The car buying experience, they say, is the second biggest purchase that somebody makes in their lifetime other than buying a home. So it's a big deal to be a car salesman. It really is. Be proud to be a car salesman, folks. Be proud to be a salesman, but be a salesman that's honest and upfront and that gives your opinion and lets people know what the real deal is. If that's anything I could give to some of y'all sales guys today that are watching, I hope that helps. Other than that, please like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. I hope you didn't get upset with a little bit of clickbait. Just trying to have a little fun on the channel here and get some new people watching. I provide a lot of great video content on my channel, and I'm really trying to work hard to be able to get more eyes and ears on me. And I talked to a guy on the phone yesterday that's a pretty decent sized YouTuber in the automotive business that works in the car business as a sales guy, and he basically told me on the phone yesterday, you're gonna have to get more creative with your titles and your videos and what you're doing with them to be able to build your audience. So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace!